my words don't have a chance to fully
Me too.
be said.
Oh, sorry. Okay. We're rolling. All right. 210. Hey guys, this is Natasha with Nothing New 210 Podcast. Thank you to VodPod Media for housing and producing, and to Latina Podcast Network for having me on your network. Guys, if you're listening, go watch. And if you're watching, go listen. Make sure that you go to YouTube and like and subscribe. And I feel like weird. Like, oh, don't forget to subscribe.
Ding.
But yes, you're going to want to see who I have. Please introduce yourself.
So my name is Uriel Diaz, also known as the Hunty. I am a content creator. I'm on TikTok and Instagram. I'm also a co-owner of a local store called Carolina's Antiques here in San Antonio.
Yes.
And, we run Fiesta.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Also, we run San Antonio.
No, not yet, but, maybe eventually. But
on the way.
Yeah, on the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, me, my mom, and my brother own Carolina's Antiques. And then I also am a content creator. So
yes. Okay, so let's kind of jump into it. Like, what made you want to start being a content creator? Because I know that you guys have always had the store, or like y'all have had it for a very long time.
15 years.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So majority of your life, or at least half of it, right? So what made you want to go into content creation?
Well, I just have always just on since MySpace, Facebook started, would always share just my collection, because I have a lot of collect things. We're hoarders. That's what we do. That's why we have a store, a business. And so I would always just post little things here and there. And I think that's just the beginning of content creators, right? Because it wasn't a thing before.
Yeah.
And I guess I just kind of went with the ball, and then people started following me when Instagram came around, where I would post all my Disney stuff, and it just kind of naturally happened, right? It wasn't one of I've been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
It wasn't everybody started doing it, and then let me see if I can do it. I literally would just post things, and then it happened on its own.
Yeah.
And then I think what really made a lot of people find me was when I started doing Disney bounding, which is styling yourself as Disney characters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I really started to get a bigger following. And it just naturally happened, which is really, really cool. Literally organic.
Which is how it should be.
Yeah. I agree with that.
We're not into buying our followers here.
No, never. I don't have money to buy McDonald's sometimes, much less followers. Okay.
So how many do you have, and how long has it taken?
So on TikTok, I am about at almost 250,000.
Nice. And
then I think on Instagram, I'm at 26,000. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's taken literally forever.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that nowadays people will jump numbers so quickly, because I remember struggling just to hit 10,000 on Instagram.
Yeah.
But it's literally, I couldn't even tell you. Now, TikTok's a different story. TikTok, as soon as TikTok started, I got on it, and pretty quickly, grew on there, because it's a completely different platform.
For sure.
But Instagram, even to this very day to day, I feel like it's like a worm, like a little snail going slowly eventually,
I know. The algorithm hates us.
Yeah, literally.
I'm convinced.
Literally. I'm who hates me out there?
Literally.
And Instagram, who running Instagram hates me?
No, literally.
Yeah.
I know. The other day I got this notification that was you can no longer be monetized. And I was like, excuse me? And it said that a post that I had made incited violence.
Oh.
And I was like, when? I'm the most non-violent person. And then
don't get carried away, Natasha. I know you too well.
I'm non-violent. I don't choose. Look,
Instagram. She's non-violent.
Look, I'm gonna stand up for myself, but I'm not gonna choose violence.
Okay. Yeah.
But no. So, and it turned out because I posted a story about my Topic Tuesday, and it was questions, and I said shoot him over.
Oh.
Anyway, I fought
Words.
it. I know. I fought it, and then they were like, all right, you're cool.
Okay, yeah. I'm somebody out there
Jesus.
was you know what? I don't like her. I'm just waiting for her to use the wrong word. Just waiting for you to use the wrong word.
She said shoot. Yeah.
She said shoot. Take her down. But no, I get that. I'm I feel like some any little thing they're watching to shut you down when they should be watching to lift other people up, right?
Right, but and not to be take this super down, but I saw on TikTok too that there was this lady on Instagram who's posting her toddler but like doing like
I
sexually
saw that.
suggestive
I
things.
saw that. I'm like, why didn't you shut that down?
Literally.
I saw that.
Like, it's disgusting.
Literally, like, and it's like not even like she wasn't even trying to hide
No.
it. Like, it was like so obvious.
Yes.
And like you're over here shutting down Natasha for saying shoot them over. Like, that's crazy.
Literally, yeah. No, I hate it.
Yeah.
So Instagram, like,
Get
stay
it
in your
together,
lane.
Get
Yeah.
it together. You know.
Watch it.
Yeah.
No.
You need to evaluate who you have out there.
Literally.
Like checking these things.
Yes.
Because it's like not even, it's like, I'm sure it's like a computer generated thing that's just like.
It is.
That's like not an actual person checking everything.
And two, I've seen so many bots that are like, oh, like click on this to see like photos of me, videos of me naked, like whatever. And I'm like.
And how does that get through?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Anyway, speaking of thirst traps, what's your favorite Disney outfit?
thirst trap Disney outfit.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I try not to be Lizzie McGuire and be an outfit repeater. So, and I know you're very much like that too. So I don't really repeat them. Now, I will say, like, probably the outfit that I have gotten the most attention on is the dress that I wore to Pride Night at Disneyland. And I had it was kind of like the Selkie style, the Selkie dresses, like the poofy princess dresses. And then I had my husband, shout out to my husband, to put lights in it. And so it lit up and it went people went pretty crazy about it.
Yeah.
Good and bad always. And it was cool because I got to be a princess at Disneyland, fulfill some childhood dreams. And that's probably one of my favorites for sure.
So I know that you said like you of course get good and bad.
Yeah.
How do you handle like the negative
I
comments?
don't, girl.
You don't?
I'm just kidding. Honestly, I'm really good at like not laughing about it, but like not letting it get me down. To me, I'm just like, okay, you're getting my content pushed out more, right? You're getting more traction on my post by hate commenting and sharing it to your hateful friends, because you're sharing it, you're commenting, you're literally giving my post like legs to run and thrive.
Yeah.
But I did post a video not too long ago where they started talking about this Disney hug rule where you meet the characters, and supposedly the rule is that the characters are not supposed to let go until you're ready to let go.
Okay.
So I posted an old video, like before even like I was my full non-binary self, wearing dresses and everything, right? I was literally just in a t-shirt, Mickey ears. And it was an old video of me hugging Ariel when I first met her, and I'm like sobbing my eyes out because it was like my first time meeting her. And I posted that, whatever. And it was doing really good. And the amount of hate comments that came from there was the most that I've ever gotten. I'm pretty sure that video hit over 1 million views on TikTok and on Instagram. And those really got to me. And
but like what? Like what is there? Like you're hugging a princess.
Grown man, this and that, this is for kids. Like, all the same stuff that most gay creators, especially if they are into dolls, into Disney, into whatever, like that is healing your inner child, when it has to do anything with that, there's always those same comments that are like, this is for kids, you're a grown man, like what's wrong with you? And those really, like, it got worse than that, like, right? There were some that were worse than that. And I've never turned off comments on any of my posts, but I had to turn them off because I couldn't. It really, really, really was getting to me, and I could feel it getting to me. Luckily, I'm self-aware enough to see and kind of like put up my boundaries, which was like turning off the comments. But I was like, I'm not going to take the post down because they're not going to win all the way. You know what I mean? Like that's what they want, right? They want me to disappear and not exist, and it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But yeah, it's really hard. It was really hard. For the most part, though, I'm that person that's like, when people comment like gay, and I'm like, for real, I didn't know. Like,
oh
like,
my God, what?
What? Like, and I will poke the bear sometimes, because like I said, every time they comment, every time they come back to view the video to read what I wrote, it's pushing my content. So I think it's hilarious that they want my content to disappear and they're the ones pushing it out.
Right.
Right. That's how I see it. So for the most part, that's how I handle it, except for that one time that they really did get under my skin.
And I think that I had sent you a message because you had posted that it was like bothering you.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't read the comment. I can't read ugly comments about like people that
That you know.
either that I know or like I care about.
Yeah.
Like it just like for what? Like
Yeah.
you're wasting so much time and energy being
Mm-hmm.
an fucking piece of shit
Literally.
instead of just shutting the fuck up.
Literally.
And so that's why I'm like, I can't read it. Like I did a collaboration, or not even a collaboration. There was a local business that had posted a video with me in it. And I read the first like 3 comments and then I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
And like, thankfully I'm not a collaborator on it.
Yeah.
So I don't see it. But even that, like, and it wasn't even anything ugly, but it was just like really demeaning.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want, because that's not who I am. They don't know me, right?
Exactly.
You're seeing a minute of a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm still a person.
Yeah.
And like, I still have feelings.
It's literally the epitome of judging a book by its cover. Right. Like, you don't like the cover and you're like, and the thing is, like, it's fine not to like us. You don't have to like us. You don't have to like me. They don't have to like you.
Yeah.
But it's like, why do you have to comment or say anything? Like, the amount of times that something comes up on my For You page or, suggested things, and I'm like, why is this coming up? And literally, what do? I keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Or block or, not interested, period. That's all you have to do. Like, literally takes less effort than commenting on somebody's random person's post.
Right.
Something hateful or like, even if it's just, I don't like this. Like, why? Like, what is the point? I just don't get it. I will never understand that.
It was like people hating on the business, but then it was people like over sexualizing me, which like, fair enough to an extent.
Yeah.
To an extent. I know what I put out on my page.
Yeah.
But just because I'm somewhere dressed in something other than sweatpants doesn't mean that I'm a piece of meat.
Exactly.
And like the way some of the things that were being said were like disgusting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm good. I can't.
And that's it. You're like an adult woman.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like all the crazy people that like comment on like other people's kids things. Like, that's scary. I don't have kids. I always thought I wanted them. I have come to the realization that I don't. I just don't. I just don't think I could handle that. I have nieces, and I'm already like always paranoid about everything that has to do with them. You know what I mean? So I always think to myself, especially like when that video that you were talking about earlier, I was like, I just can't imagine. I can't like I don't even like putting my dogs on the internet, much less my kids, because I'm so scared of how crazy people are.
Yeah.
I know. I get it. I see comments that come towards me for just existing. It makes me scared to see what anybody would have to say about, my children.
Yeah. And that's like, people don't even like know that I have kids.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't blame you.
Yeah. Unless you watch this podcast, like following me, you would never know that I had kids.
Yeah.
Because I don't post them. I'm very like mama bear. I'm very protective.
The world is scary.
It's and disgusting.
Social media world especially is scary. Yeah.
I used to have a page for my daughter when she was like a baby,
I remember.
but it was like branding stuff. Like she would get bows and clothes. But the second she was like older than I think like a year and a half, I was like, no. Yeah.
I think it's because we start seeing like what is out there.
Right.
And so we're like, no.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
But no, so something that I brought up with the previous guest, who is also in the LGBTQ community, is that I think
I'm gay.
What? You are? What? I was talking about myself.
Oh, my bad.
I thought you were straight.
I am.
Yeah. So is my husband. No, but it's just so frustrating to me to see the divide in like men versus women or non-binary or however you choose to identify. But like, if it were me hugging Ariel.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
You could be fully dressed as Ariel and they wouldn't care. Yeah. No, it's true.
But I'm also LGBTQ. Yeah. So why, and not that I'm like wanting this, but like, why wouldn't you trash me? Yeah. Why wouldn't you be like, oh, you're a grown woman, or like, oh, you're, into women, or you're probably, you know what I mean? Like, why not keep that same energy?
Well, yeah, because that specific trend about the hug rule, there was videos of women like dressed in full, Disney adult attire, period, that didn't have those kind of comments on their videos. Right. And it was like the same amount of views, and it was like completely different, besides the fact that they are that one, I'm a guy, a gay guy, and on top of that, also especially in the Disney community, that I'm brown.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like, there's also that divide, and I think that's one big thing, especially in the like Disney community, that like gets kind of ignored. It's like, one, obviously, there's not as many guys, which
Mm.
like I get it, or at least that are like Disney princess, Disney, that are not like Star Wars or Marvel or whatever, which I also love. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Um, One is that, and two is that there's not a lot of brown people. It's like it's always going to be that skinny white girl in a princess dress. It's going to be getting all the spotlight and no hate comments and everything. And as soon as somebody, even because being a Disney adult's already like to people weird, you know what I mean?
Which is not, Disney's for everybody.
Yeah, which is to people it's already like weird that you're an adult that loves Disney. But then on top of that, being brown, being gay, being obviously queer, like, there's some like easier pills to swallow, whatever. There's some, gay Disney adult content creators that are, much easier to like because, they act like straight people. But I don't. I usually have my nails done. I usually have, a dress. I could wear a dress. I could wear,
Yeah.
whatever, earrings, whatever. And it's like just like I'm a target. As soon as they see that, it's like fire. Oh my God, no! How dare somebody be different? And so
Did you ever get anything like any like flack or any pushback at Disney for that?
So it wasn't that bad. I was a little scared because I also went like during the day. Besides at Pride night, it was amazing. Oh
Sure.
my gosh! If you are queer, I suggest to go to Pride night at Disneyland. Oh my God, best experience ever. If you're a Disney adult that is gay, queer,
Yeah.
LGBTQ in any kind of way, it was so full of love, so full of
Aw.
magic. It was amazing. Nothing but love.
Yeah.
But I also like during the day went and like I was wearing like a Daisy Duck Disney bound where I'm wearing a dress, and my pink platform Crocs or whatever. And it wasn't
It was cute.
horrible. No, the outfit was
Yeah,
cute.
it was.
The outfit was cute.
I saw.
But the people around, it wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think it depends like what part of the parks you're at and all that stuff. Cast members, amazing. Oh my gosh, left and right compliments. They were living for everything. The character meet and greets, the characters loved it. All that. It was just like random stares, random like looks of like ooh, whatever. So it wasn't that bad. Nobody like
Said anything?
said anything, and I was like, if they do, I have to not pull out my San Antonio because I will.
Period.
Yeah, because I will. I have a hard time keeping quiet. You know what I mean? Especially and it's like you could talk about me, but then like if it's my husband, because my husband also is the same way. If I see somebody saying something about him or giving him a look, it's hard for me to hold back. Like
Yeah.
that's where you get me.
Yeah.
Because my husband is so sweet and so nice and will not tell anybody anything ever. And I'm like, I'm one thing, that he's another thing, and he won't say anything, but I will.
Yeah.
But luckily it wasn't too bad. So
Good.
I'm scared to go to Disney World and try it because
Florida,
Florida,
that was Disneyland.
That was Disneyland. California is a little bit,
Yeah.
Obviously it's tourists, so it's people from all over the world.
Sure.
But Disney World in Florida, I don't know if I would be as brave to wear a dress during the day.
Yeah. I mean, part of me wants to say like, fuck it, do it. But then part of me wants to be like, take people with you just in case.
Yeah.
Like I took the family to Disney World like a couple years ago, and I had like a different outfit for every day with like matching ears because to coordinate. Yeah. And one of my days was like I call it like it was like my gay day.
Yeah.
And so I had like it was like a tank top, but it was like the Mickey, but it was rainbow. Then I had my rainbow Mickey pin, and then I had my rainbow Mickey ears, and like my little shorts and my little rainbow fanny pack. And I was like, say something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for Pride. It was like during Halloween.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is what I'm wearing today.
Yeah.
And even then, I got a few like
it looks like
side eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
yeah, I definitely think that if I were to do it, I would feel safe in the park. I definitely feel like I would probably have to walk in, like from traveling from hotel to the park in like something completely different and then maybe change inside. I just don't. I'm scared. I also don't really want to give Florida my money right now. You know what I mean?
Period.
You know, and that's very important to me. I don't care how much I love Disney World.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I love Disneyland and I'm okay.
Yeah.
And if I really want, I'll go to Tokyo Disney again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best of the best anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody does it like Tokyo.
I really want to go there.
It costs as much as going to Disney World. Honestly.
Really?
Yes. It's the flight that's expensive.
Yeah.
But over there, well, when we went, it was before the pandemic. I'm sure the prices have gone up probably a little bit, but for 3 days, a 3-day ticket, $150.
What? That's like nothing.
Nothing. That's literally an after dark event at Disney World. Like
literally.
like one of the like gay night is $150.
I spent $600 on their Halloween parade.
Oh yeah.
Because I had to.
Yeah, I went to Disneyland for Halloween last year, and it was.
I thought about it real hard,
So,
and then I was like, "Fuck."
So like, here's a little tip. Disneyland does Halloween 20 times better than Disney World.
Oh yeah.
And Disney World does Christmas 20 times better than Disneyland.
Okay.
So that's take that information and do what you want with it.
Okay.
So that's just
noted.
Yeah, because Disneyland Halloween was amazing.
Really?
Like literally. So I'm a huge Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Same.
So like it was I just want to go back. It was amazing.
Yeah.
We were the Sanderson sisters so we bought tickets for one night and we were the Sanderson sisters, me, my husband, and then one of our friends. And we loved it so much. We're like, maybe we can get tickets for another night.
Uh-huh.
And so we were able to get tickets for a second night. And the second night, I was fairy godmother.
Oh, cute.
And the amount of times I got stopped to take pictures. Literally, one of the Disney photographers was like, I need to take pictures of you. And she literally had like a mini photo shoot with me.
Oh my God.
In front of one of the fountains. Like, it was so cool.
Yes.
It was so cool. So, yes, Disneyland does Halloween better.
Okay, good to know.
For sure.
Noted. Yeah. So what are you hoping to get from all of this as a whole? What's your goal?
Like content creating?
Yeah.
Working with Disney.
Yeah.
Like that's my number one goal. Like, okay, not just working with Disney, right? Because that sounds so like empty, but working with Disney and being a representation for something that does not get representation. A brown, queer, like loud and queer person.
Yeah.
A brown, loud and queer, like more male presenting. Obviously, I'm non-binary, but I do present more as a male person. Working with Disney is gonna represent people that don't ever get representation. You know, the amount of messages I get all the time, especially from parents that are like, my little boy loves watching you and loves when he loves princesses and he loves seeing that you do too, and that it's okay. Like that's like the best part of it. And to be able to, have that like sign off from Disney would be like it's okay for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Disney to work with me would mean that it's okay for all of those people to love it and be part of it and basically like Disney say, yes, like you are more than welcome.
Yeah.
Here,
everybody's welcome.
Always, you know? So that is probably it. It's cool. I've worked with so many companies and so many things, but like to work with Disney would just be like, the magic is real. What do I do after that?
Literally. You could die happy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're like, I've met my goal in life.
And get paid.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, get paid.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
We still want that check though.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the other part. But yes, that's like the ultimate. I'm manifesting and I believe it's gonna happen. I know that they've seen me. I know that they know who I am. I'm just like, what do you need from me?
Yeah.
Like Disney, what do you need from me?
You're like, where do I sign?
Where do I sign? Okay.
Yeah.
I call me Ariel.
Yeah, take my voice.
Okay, take my voice. Exactly. But that's the ultimate goal.
That's awesome. It'll happen.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I believe it.
You. Yeah.
That's all that we can do. Right?
I believe in magic.
Exactly.
And
if I didn't, I wouldn't be a Disney adult.
True. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
How many bags do you have?
Oh, girl.
I have to know.
I stopped counting, I think at like 300, which was a couple of years ago. But they rotate, when I get tired of them, I sell them, I get rid of them.
Do you?
Yeah, oh yeah, I can't keep everything.
Where do you sell them?
There's no way. Carolina's Antiques.
Oh, period.
Or like Mercari or OfferUp or whatever.
Okay.
That's the good thing about having a store is like, just take them over there.
You're
sell
home. Here you go.
Or even on my Instagram stories, I'll sell them. But it's just when I get tired of them or I don't have room for them. So I have so many. I have some that I've never used that still have tags and plastic on them.
Dang.
Because I'm a hoarder. But I also, luckily, I think owning a business is what makes me realize it's like, things live their life with you and then you can move on and let them go. There's just some things that I don't want to let go of, but
of course,
there's always something new. I'm like, something new is gonna come out.
Yeah.
So
how many ears do you have?
Ears? I don't think I have that many. Maybe because I don't go to the parks that much.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you need to go to the park to wear them, but I would say maybe like 100. Maybe
that's it, just 100.
Yeah, I have them in like boxes.
I have like 6.
Oh, like I have a wall in my house that's just all Mickey ears.
I love that.
Yeah. So I do love them. I'm like I don't ever have anywhere to wear them to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have just like a Disney themed like birthday or something if you haven't already.
I just don't have enough friends. That's facts. Like, who am I gonna invite? Me and my husband. Natasha, you can come.
Thanks.
Like, I'm like, every year that I want to have a birthday party, and then or my husband's like, we should just have a birthday, and I'm like, who are we gonna invite? My mom, my brother. Like, I just saw them yesterday at work. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't need to. And then I'm also that person that's like, I don't want to spend money on other people. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Like, me having a party is literally me spending money on other people.
It's true.
Like, do you ever think of that? Which is why we haven't had a wedding, because I'm like, I have to pay for other people to eat dinner at my wedding. I'd rather go to Disney World.
True.
I'd rather save that money and, like, instead of a birthday party, I'd rather, like, take a trip to Disneyland.
Yeah.
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're my friend and you want to come, you can come at the same time as us if you want.
Not with me, but at the same time.
Like, but we can hang out at the park. Actually, that's where a lot of my friends are like in California,
Nice.
because I make all these friends through social media.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to me. Like, I feel like I have so many friends in California because like literally we always talk. I have their numbers. I have literally people's numbers from California that were like, we text and stuff. And like, that's what I want to move to California.
Ooh.
I don't afford it. It's crazy.
Shots fired.
I don't afford $1 million home. I'm sorry.
True. They're stupid.
I don't
expensive.
afford this house that I live in right now. That's like $400,000.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Much less $1 million.
So speaking of San Antonio, what do you feel like the content creation world is like here?
I mean, if you're not doing food, you're not getting jobs. I don't know. Like, that's how I see it. You know what I mean? I love San Antonio so much. Like, you do not understand. Like, San Antonio is in my blood. I love San Antonio, everything about it. I do have a lot of content creator friends, but I do notice that, like, literally, if you don't do food content, it's so hard to grow here, like, as a content creator. And I get it, right? San Antonio loves to eat. San Antonio loves food.
Sure.
And it's just, like, it kind of, like puts us in a box, in my opinion, as a content creator here in San Antonio, because literally, like, that's all you see. And to me, and I think we've talked about this, it's always the same people. Like, it's just like a small group who do all the same things, and they're the only ones that get to do anything.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because there's so much, like, San Antonio is so diverse, and San Antonio has so many other niches besides food.
Oh, yeah.
Like what's going on? Like, let's give some other people chances to grow, chances to have a spotlight.
Right.
And that's just my opinion, I have a pretty decent following. I don't get invited to very many things here, because I don't do food. Because I don't do San Antonio specific, like, there's so much more. And it's like, come on, San Antonio, like, let's get with it. Let's give other people a shot.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like San Antonio, like, people. I think it has to do with like all the companies and all the back people, right? That get everybody invited and invite people and all that stuff that need to broaden their horizons a little bit.
Yeah. So I guess, like, question, like, if you were to get invited to something like that, like a restaurant opening, would you go and only, I mean, I'm sure you would, right? Because food is food.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I think it's different or it's hard. And this is me just asking you.
Yeah.
But like, is that something that you would consider, like maybe cross promoting? Like you do this like outfit, so you're really promoting your fashion, like a get ready with me or whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe mix in like, oh, there's this cool like new restaurant, or
Yeah.
like, what is that something that you would be willing to do?
Yeah, no, definitely. I have gotten invited to a couple of things. So say like, okay, so this is how my mind works, right? Say I got invited to like an Italian restaurant. It would be like, let me do a Lady in the Tramp look with me and my husband. You know,
Yes.
like it would still mix it in there because I'm not going to lose me.
Right.
Right? I still have to be me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like pretend to be every other creator that's already done, which I think would be beneficial to the whatever company or restaurant or whatever that it is.
It is.
Because it's going to bring you a different audience.
Yes.
All those content creators have the same audience.
Right.
All tea, all shade, like it's the same.
Yeah.
And they're not going to have who I have. You know, so it's going to be beneficial to y'all because I'm going to bring different people. You're not going to have the same people that everybody else is bringing. Like you hired 5 people to bring you the same person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yes.
Like that's how my math is working. But
yeah.
like if you have the same 5 people who do the same content, who all have that same one follower, that one you paid not paid because San Antonio doesn't like to pay. That's another thing. But you invited these 5 people to bring you one customer.
Right.
Because they all have the same followers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like branch out.
Yeah.
You know, to get different audiences into your restaurant.
Yeah. That's what I literally said that last episode, but I've said that many times before. It's like, it doesn't matter. I don't feel like it matters how many followers. Like, I mean, if you have like 100, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're at like in the thousands, like look at their interactions.
Yeah.
Right? What are their numbers? And then what is their audience? Like, what are those comments like? Are those people that are here in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Or those bots that are commenting? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are their followers bot? And there are ways that you can see if their followers are bot.
Yeah.
Like, we all see it. We all know.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a thing for me, too. Like, it's quality. It should be quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And I'm not, like, shitting on anybody. There's not anybody specific at all. It's just, like, I feel like you said, there needs to be a pivot.
Yeah.
So like, that's why when people are like, oh, what do you cover?
Yeah.
Well, everything. Like, there's not one specific thing.
Yeah.
And like, somebody was like, oh, I love your like Foodie Fridays. I'm like, thanks. But I'm like, that's not new. Like, I've always featured food.
Yeah.
I just did it in a different way.
Yeah.
So now I'm repurposing what I used to do 5 years ago.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Exactly.
So I'm not now a foodie.
Yeah.
I've always been a foodie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still thick. I love to eat. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Always. So I think it's true. I think there needs to be a pivot in addition of people like you, people like me, who can just bring
something different.
Right. New energy, like new light.
Yeah. The amount of times I'm like, and that's like people that I know, my friends, right? No shade to them because I love them, but the amount of times that I'm scrolling and I think it's the same person's content and it's somebody else, right? Because it's all looking for a place to try blah blah blah, try blah blah blah. Like, it's all the same. It's all the same. Like, and for most in San Antonio too, like, also to San Antonio content creators, like, you're all gorgeous. I don't care what you think you look like. Show your face.
Yes.
Like, show who you are. You know, so many people, I just see voices and clips. And it's like, come on. Like, y'all are all, everybody is gorgeous and everybody wants to see themselves represented one way or another. And somebody's going to look at you and be like, oh, look, she looks like me. Or they look like me. So show your face. You know, don't be shy. There's so many content creators that are like, it's because I'm shy, you know, and you would never even know some of the people that have a huge followings. Yeah. Like, sometimes I'm like, wait, who are you? What? Yeah. I would have never known that. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, we have to be representations for people. Trust me, there's billions of people who look like you that want to see someone like them. Yeah. In media. Yes. So just to put that out there. Yeah. I forgot what I was talking about.
I forgot. But that's a great point, because And that's another thing too. I was just having a conversation with a business here in San Antonio
Yeah.
the other day with the marketing director, and I was like, look, I do things differently. I'm gonna put myself in there.
Yeah.
You're gonna see my face. You're gonna see my friends' faces. You're gonna whatever. You're
Yeah.
gonna see us having a good time. What I also like though is giving people the I'm trying to think of like the word just slipped my mind. Giving them the experience or showing them the experience that they can also get.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I don't feel like it's fully fair.
Yeah.
I love VIP. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Please invite me to all the VIP things.
Yeah.
But when you're showing people in San Antonio or your followers, like, I got a red carpet and rose petals thrown at me
Yeah.
and like perfume sprayed as I walked by, like,
Yeah.
you're not going to get that same experience.
Always. Yeah. No.
Right. So,
they
like,
did that just for that night for the content creator.
right.
Yeah.
Which was beautiful and
Yeah.
amazing. And I appreciate it. I really do. To the things I get invited to.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it. But it's just not realistic.
Yeah.
And so I had another restaurant that I did, and she said that my food took longer to come out. And she's like, I'm sorry. She's like, but they put like flowers and all this stuff. And she's like, that's not how we serve normal people.
Yeah.
So she's like, I told them no.
Yeah.
I told them take it back and fix it, because if not everybody can get that,
Yeah.
I don't want you, like, yes, it's pretty, but if that's not how they do it, then
Yeah.
that's not how they do it.
Yeah. And it's true, because
Yeah.
trust me, if they go into the restaurant and they're like, well, I came because I saw this and it doesn't look the same.
Right.
Girl, forget it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I would be upset because I would be like, oh, like, that's cool. That's exciting. That's beautiful.
And who's going to have to answer, though?
The restaurant.
Well, no. You,
Well, that too.
Because people are going to be like, well,
It's like
you
false
sent me
advertising,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, you sent me here, and it's not what you
Yeah.
said it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also,
Which, I mean, obviously, it's not going to be everybody, but
right.
I'm sure a handful of people are going to tell you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not, or they're gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna follow her anymore. Like,
right.
she said it was like this, and it's not even like this.
Right.
And like, they're not gonna tell the restaurant. I mean, they might say something to the restaurant, but at the end of the day, it comes back to you because you posted it.
Right. So I'm very big. I've never once posted something that I don't like.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh yeah, I'm like that too.
If I don't like it, I don't like it. I
Yeah.
just won't post it.
Yeah.
I'm also not into trashing businesses.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be like, oh, this is 2 out of 10 or this
Yeah.
is trash or this is, sloppy. Like,
Yeah.
but I tell businesses it's going to be on camera. It's like the ones that I go out to, like me
Yeah.
personally, like, so whatever you want it to look like, be like,
Yeah.
just, and then
Present it
that's
that
what
way.
I'm showing everybody.
Yeah.
So, and I think that that's like fair.
Yeah.
Like, I had a lot of respect for that lady that was like, no, I sent it back.
No, hell yeah.
And was like, fair enough.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know, because there's a one restaurant that I love. Shout out to Mariachi's Tacos. I love that place. Sorry. And
Yeah,
they
sponsor me.
Yeah, sponsor me because I keep paying. The way they serve everything is so cute, and it's like exactly the way that they show it on social media.
Yeah.
You know, all the little sartenes, the little platitos, the little, like, everything's so
cute.
It's so cute, and the food is so good.
I've never heard of it.
It's over there off of Petrenko and 1604, kind of.
That's so far as fuck.
Well, for you, not for me,
Mhm.
because we live like opposite sides of town. But it's but yeah, that's what I love. That, like, it literally, the way that they show it on social media is the way that it's served. You know, because if I went and I was like, well, I saw on social media and you had it on this cute little display, and you brought it to me on just like a white plate, like, I would be like so disappointed.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we're telling people to
and
go
we're living,
out there.
Well, and we're living in like a social media like world where people are gonna go because they want to post it.
Yeah.
Because they saw that it's a cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just gonna bring them out some, like, boring thing that you didn't post.
I've heard comments, and I've read certain things on like other creators' stuff that, like, why did you tell me to come out here, like, when it's trash? Or like, there was somebody like on Facebook that I saw, it was kind of a long time ago, but she was like, she had commented on this pretty popular like foodie page, and I just was like kind of scrolling, and I was like, oh, let me see, just scrolling through the comments, and this lady was like, you have to understand, like, I took my hard-earned money, I took my family for to this restaurant that you told us to go to, and it's not good at all. Like, the food was like cold, or the meat tasted old, or whatever she had said, and she's like, this isn't fair. And that was like, not that I did that to begin with, I've never done that. Like I said, if I don't back it up, like, I won't post it. But that was another, like, I think like wake up call,
Yeah.
or should have been too for like other content creators, is like understand like just because you get paid doesn't mean you have to say it's good.
You have to lie.
But I don't lie. Like
What
I'm
was
like,
it? What was it saying?
yeah,
Just because you get paid doesn't mean you have to like.
yeah. So like, don't tell somebody to go out there if you really don't like
Yeah.
it.
Be like,
Like,
these are the hottest tortillas ever, and they're like cold ass HEB tortillas.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
shout out HEB.
Hey,
though.
shout out to
We
HEB,
love
though.
you,
We like your
HEB.
tortillas. Just I like them warm.
I love the butter
I
tortillas.
like them warm. Is what all I'm saying. HEB call us out.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I totally get it because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, and like I said, we're living in a social media world, so literally people come from out of town for things that you post.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of people that come into town to Carolinas because they saw it on social media
Mm-hmm.
from all over,
Yeah.
like, is insane to me. And every time they come in, I'm like, God, I hope that they like felt like it was worth
Yes.
coming into town.
Yeah.
And I feel like anybody who's posting anything should feel that way, right? Like,
Yeah.
if somebody's coming in or somebody's gonna go there, I hope that it was worth it, and I hope that they liked it because I posted it and they came because of me.
Yeah. I've had people reach out to me and be like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. Like, I'm going to go try that with my wife, or I'm going to go, we're going to go do date night, or, oh, I took my family there.
Yeah.
I've had friends that are like, look, you post
Yeah.
and I'll go.
Yeah.
And either they like it or they don't.
Yeah.
But like, again, like, I'm not lying about what I like.
Yeah.
And not everything is good to me, but I also like food. So like, there's a lot of things that are good to me.
Yeah.
But if it's not good, I'm not going to say it's good.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with me when I recommend like places to shop or small shops, because I work with a lot of like small shops that sell Loungefly bags, obviously, because a lot of my followers do the bags, and like I have discount codes here and there, and I'm like I only work with shops that I trust.
Good.
And there have been times where like a shop has like completely gone out of business, and who do the people reach out to? Because they don't have a business to reach out to.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I went shopping here because you recommended it. And I mean, I try my best to figure out like where the shop is, who they can contact, you know, because again, we post, so we have a responsibility at the end of the day, you know, maybe not full responsibility. And I guess you don't really have to, but I feel like morally,
right,
you should have some kind of like, let me see what I can do to help. Not like, oh, well, that's not my problem. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
I've seen that happen.
Exactly.
But
it's just like, and then again, that's just like, again, a stamp on you that says either like, don't trust this person or what they say, or like, okay, you know, I'm going to be a loyal follower. Like, they help me and they help me, and I trust them because they have not led me wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's just how I see it. We literally have a responsibility to like.
That's how I feel. And
for
like,
what we post.
Right. And that's another part of content creation that people don't see.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the hard work that goes into it.
Yeah.
But it's the aftermath. Like, it's not just, oh, I posted it, it's done by.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have those people who follow up or who go or who whatever.
Yeah.
And they go because of you.
Exactly.
And you're right. Like, I think that's good that you are like, oh shit, like, let me try to help. Like,
it's
bad.
happened.
Like, it's not my fault, but let me do
or
what
even
I
if
can.
it's like, hey, I ordered this and like the shop's not emailing me back, I will like message the shop and be like, hey, one of my followers says you're not messaging them back. Or if they're like, oh, hey, like I tried using your discount code and it wasn't working, let me message, like, let me find out, because like, you know, these things that I can help with, they're easy.
Yeah.
They're easy. And they're going to respond to me as the content creator probably way faster than, you know, they're going to respond to like somebody, random person email that, even though they should, because that person spent their money there. But they're probably going to write me back faster. And if I can help, I'm going to help because they went there because of me.
Right.
You know, so
right.
That's just how I see it though. But
no, same.
I don't think everybody thinks that way, unfortunately. So just, you know, choose your content creators carefully.
Mm-hmm. That, and I think for the content creators, especially the ones that are just starting, like, understand that when you're asking for something from a business,
Mm-hmm.
they are having to come out of pocket,
Mm-hmm.
whether that be monetarily or with merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how do I say this? Be respectful.
Yeah.
Also say thank you.
Yeah.
Also, like, don't forget to promote. Like, don't say you're gonna promote and then not promote.
Yeah.
And like, not like, don't offer like the world and then you give them like a story where you like also tag like 30 other people.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah. I think we know that too, though, because we're also small business owners.
Yes.
Right. So we see both sides.
Yes.
So like for Carolina's, I mean, mom, you know how lucky you are to have me as a content creator where I do everything. You know what I mean? And as much as I would love to work with other content creators, I just don't think it's possible. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like one, we have me, right, that does it a lot, and I would love to work with other content creators. I don't think they realize how small businesses are sometimes. Yeah. You know, like people see a name and they're like, oh, I know that name. That name's everywhere. They must have money. Let me, you know, here, I want this much. And I'm like, I can't do that. Yeah. I can't. We're still small businesses. Like literally, like it's hard for us to even give discounts in store sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's like, I would rather give a discount than have to pay somebody like that much money. Yeah. To maybe half-ass post you know. Yeah. And I am super grateful though when people do just post on their own. And if you come to me and you're like, and I remember you, I'm like, oh, like, thank you so much. Here's like a gift, you know, thank you so much. We appreciate you so much, but it's hard for small businesses. True. And I think a lot of new content creators take advantage of a lot of small businesses, and that's where I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, no, and it's upsetting to see though, and I've talked to small businesses where they're like, I'm sorry, I can't pay you, and I'm like, I never talked to you about money. Yeah. Like, I'm just talking to you.
And it sucks because I think it makes small businesses, which is I guess what I was trying to say, like scared to even reach out. Right?
Yeah. Or they're jaded because they've been burned.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I sent somebody stuff one time and they never even posted it. Yep. And it's like, I don't want to send nothing to nobody.
Yeah. Or like, oh, you know, I paid them $500 or however much, and like, you know, it didn't do what I needed it to do.
Yeah. Which I mean, that's kind of hard. Yeah. At the end of the day, right? You can't pre-expect millions of views. Sure. But all again, you can expect is the quality of the content.
The quality, but also like, that's why if you say you're going to do something, try to do everything you can do. Yeah. After that, it's the algorithm. Yeah. Or it's whatever. But for the business owners, like look at their interactions, like their numbers. Like I said, look at who's commenting. Like, are they going back and forth? Are they interacting as well? Like, is their content consistent? Like, does it look the same? Does it sound the same? Like, I'm very big on like,
is it one tone?
If my mic is jacked up, I'm sorry, I'm going to, you know, we'll figure something else out, but I can't, you know, because I want it to have a certain sound and look. Exactly. But also evolve. Like my content now versus when I started, night and day. Yeah, same. But I want to continue to grow and do better and better and better. And I'm always learning and like researching, and like that's another thing. I'm not just like, oh yeah, I do this. Yeah. Like, no, it's work. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Literally, it's work.
Yeah. And I've been shopping at your store for
probably the 15 years we've
been open. Really long time. Yeah. And that was before as a content creator. Yeah. And so, but even then I would be like, hey guys, look, I got this. And it's true. Like, you know, it got to a point where you guys were like, oh, like you're back. Like y'all knew my kids at one point. My kids would like be around the store, you know, I was just at your mom's birthday party. Like, you know, so it's not just about like, I don't know. I just like can't imagine being like, oh, look, I know you. So you're going to give me this for free, right? You're still a small business owner. Exactly. If you want to give me a discount, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely. Yeah. I think it's like the expecting.
That too.
Should never expect anything.
Nope.
You know, I love supporting small businesses. Mm-hmm. I always try to give my money to small businesses before anybody else. So, and I feel like that's why we get so much support. I think people see that, you know, it's a community, especially here in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. It's the small businesses, especially like, or even like markets and vendors. It's all like a family. Yeah. And so, you know, it shows when, you know, you support each other and stuff, and you can tell, you know, there's so much respect within that community as well. Definitely. And that shows you like who the correct people are. Yeah. I think at the end of the day. Yes. You're not going to survive if you're trying to be that, like, I'm better than everybody person. Nope. Ever. Nope. Especially not, I think, in San Antonio, because I think San Antonio, even though it's so big, it's like a small town where, like, everybody knows everybody.
Either they know you or they've heard of you.
And that word of mouth gets around real quick, girl. So if you're the one that's like high and mighty, that's going to get around real fast.
Yes. And then that will get you blacklisted.
Exactly.
So don't do that.
Don't do that. So make sure you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so. But again, I think it's because we are small businesses, so we see both sides of the content creator side and the small business. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've done those 8-hour vendor markets, like the setup and breakdown and all that.
Girl, like, it ain't for the weak.
Had a baby attached to me, like breastfeeding and selling. You know what I mean? Like I've been there, done that. My kids are sitting on the floor, like on the table, like like.
But I love it.
No, I mean I do. Like I definitely love it.
It's a chingada, man.
It's not for the weak.
It's not.
And like I have vendor friends now, and like the other day there was like a market. One of my really good friends was like, I don't like, why am I doing this? Because it was just like a slow market, and like, but that's her entire day. Yeah. And so I was like, no, girl, like she's like, I'm just having a pity party. I said, have your pity party, cry those tears, then dry that shit up, and let's go, because that was one shitty market.
That's how you have to be.
Yeah.
That's how you have to. I mean, Carolina started as a little spot outside the Northwest Flea Market, girl. Like, that's not even around anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my mom had us as little kids out there with her, like you said. And I remember I would watch my baby brother. We would be playing in a box or whatever, while my mom's like selling and, you know, trying to make ends meet. And, you know, like I said, now Carolina's like San Antonio knows Carolina's, you know, which is crazy. Yeah. But it's been those, like, you know, cry your tears and move on to the next day and keep going kind of thing. And we still have those days. Doesn't matter how big your business gets or how well known it is. I mean, there's some days when we leave work and I'm like, why are we doing this? Yeah. Like, why is it, you know, like, how are we here or whatever? And then next couple of days, it's like, oh my God, I haven't sat down all day, you know? So it's like, you just got to keep going. Yeah.
And I think that's part of it too. Like, as a content creator, as a business owner, as whatever, like, you're going to have those bad days.
Oh, girl, the amount of times I've been wanting to give up content creating is oh my gosh, all the time, almost every day. I want to give up.
You know what?
Actually, you know what? This is my resignation. No, I'm
kidding. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. No more Hunty Saurus. No, like literally almost every day I like Instagram and TikTok want to make me give up with them algorithms. I swear, all the time. Every day I'm like, I can't believe I worked so hard on this when I'm like, my battery's like almost on empty and like it doesn't get pushed out at all, you know? And so I'm like literally makes me want to give up all the time. But
I've had videos on TikTok get like 100 views and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Like, that's awesome.
All the time. I love like, that. Yeah. And it's like, what do I do?
Literally.
There's nothing I can do. You know, and there's nobody, like, who are you going to be mad at? There's nobody to be mad at but yourself. You're like, what did I do wrong? And it's not, you didn't even do anything wrong.
But it takes time. It takes time to film. It takes time to edit. It takes time to post. It takes time. You got to do captions, hashtags, like make sure you post it at the right time. And then, you know, push it out if you want to. Send it to your friends. But then, like, that gets kind of annoying. You know, I'm sure, like, some people are like, I don't want to see your shit.
Oh, this bitch again.
Right. Then unfollow me.
Oh, my God. Blocked, finally. One day I'm just going to get a call and they're like, you know what? I blocked you. I love you, but I blocked you. I can't do it anymore. And it's like, I get it. It is what it is. No, but it's just kind of like, and it also makes you think, like, how do I have all these people that follow me that, like, love what I do and I'm not getting any love? It's kind of like, what's happening? You know, what's going on?
You know what's so crazy to me? And, like, no hate, guys. But I've had so many people be like, oh, my God, I love your podcast. And I'm like, oh, like, which episode? Oh, no, I don't watch it. But, like, your little clips.
Your little clips.
I love the clips. And I'm like, watch it.
I need you to watch the whole thing. It's like the people that, like... They're like, oh my God, did you hear so and so? And it's like, did you read the whole article or just like the little
just a blurb,
the little blurb thing, whatever it's called. Yeah, like it's like that. It's like read the whole thing, watch the whole episode,
right?
Watch
or like episode. At minimum, just subscribe.
Just like
even if you don't watch it, just subscribe.
Share it one time.
That's it. That would be amazing.
Literally so easy. Yeah, we live on our phones. That's the thing. Like we literally live on our phones. Just share it.
Or people will be like, oh my God, like I see you're all over the place. You're doing all these things. And I'm like, I didn't think you're on social media anymore because I'll never see you like or post or anything Oh no, I just watch.
Yeah, no,
And I'm
yeah,
all
no. Or like when I post
just
on my
like it.
Instagram story
Yeah.
and I will like share that my new post and I'll be like, go comment, blah blah blah, and I will get DMs.
Yes. You're all,
This
I
is my
said
favorite
comment.
thing, and I'm like, or like literally like the amount of like views on my story to like the post. I'm like, how did 3,000 people see my Instagram story and I
Mhm.
have like 600 likes?
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense.
Right.
So you telling me 2,400, I know math.
Yeah.
2,400 people, y'all just ignored my post.
Dang.
Wow. Wow. So yeah,
that's
it
it.
gets frustrating. It's all those little things, right? And I know to like other people, they're like, girl, get it together. It ain't that serious.
First world problems.
But yeah, but it's like when you're literally like working your butt off for those things, you know, it's kind of like, oh my God, I want to give up so bad.
That, and also like there are some times where I'm like, am I even friends with somebody? Because I just stop seeing their stuff. And it has nothing to do with me or them.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, okay, we're still friends. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all, bitch, am I muted? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I haven't seen your stuff either. And then it takes us either being around each other, like, because we're in the same room.
Yeah. Now
The
our,
way
now
I'm
our
going to start
stuff's
seeing your
yeah.
stuff. But if I don't see you for a while, I'm going to stop seeing it probably
Yeah.
unless we keep interacting.
That's so weird.
But I'll have to go and it'll be like least interacted with. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I haven't seen months of this person.
Our FBI agents need to get it together.
Literally.
Like my FBI agent. Can you show me Natasha's stuff more often?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I have more than one FBI agent.
Yeah. They're like, this girl needs like 3 or 4.
You're
Girl. She's all over the
to
place.
my FBI team.
Yeah.
I
My
need you to-
team. Can we get Natasha's FBI team on the line, please?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Got it.
But yeah, it's frustrating. I know. But it's like it takes a lot on your mental health.
It does.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, because it sucks, but it's just the world that we live in. You know, like I said, people are gonna be like first world problems, but it's literally the world that we live in.
It is.
It's like how our brains are wired nowadays. You know, like we're doing all this work and all this content and like not getting the payoff. It's like it's the same thing as like being at a job, busting your butt, and your boss not caring or not even acknowledging that your
boss just walks past you.
We're just walking by.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You're gonna be like, why am I working so hard? You know,
Yeah.
literally, you're gonna like say, why am I doing so much? Let me just stop.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, like, and it's crazy because like I literally had a fucking migraine from hell yesterday. So I was in bed all day. I couldn't even look at my phone, and but I normally do like my like Let's Talk Tuesdays, and I didn't because I was fucking dying. And today I'm like, oh, I feel bad I didn't do it. Does anybody else care? Probably not. Just me.
Somebody has to care.
Maybe.
You
but
know?
like.
But that's why I said that's what at the end of the day is going to be the reason that you want to continue doing it, because there's always going to be somebody that is watching and is caring. And we should always remember, like, you know, it's not for everybody. It's for those people who do care that we're doing it.
I'm just hard on myself, I think.
No, I think we all are, especially like people who do this.
Yeah.
People who do content creating and who are small business owners, I think, are really hard on themselves because you always feel like it's not enough ever on your part.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on like the world's part.
No, yeah.
But like on like, am I doing enough?
Yeah.
Did I do enough to, you know, make this video do well? Did I do enough to make my business do well? Did I do enough to be noticed, to be seen? You know, it's kind of like, I think it's just.
I actually did have a follower on Monday that was like, hey, are you okay? Because like you didn't post anything yesterday. Nothing. And I didn't. It was a family day. I don't post my kids. So there's nothing for me to post. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm here.
I was see, somebody's always watching. And that's those are the moments that you need to be like, okay, see.
Yeah.
You know, somebody does care. Somebody is watching. And that's just the one person that was like,
hey, yeah.
Like brave enough to like message you. Because sometimes people are like, oh, like you probably won't even see my message or whatever.
That's
we see
crazy.
all the messages.
All of them.
I see all of them. I see all of them. The good, the bad, all of them. I see them all.
Yeah.
You know.
I look at my requests whenever they come in.
Me too. Like I'm one of those people that I hate notifications.
Me
like,
too.
I have to open all of them always. Literally, like my brother's like, don't open messages from the shop's social media when you're not at work. And there I am, 1 a.m. when somebody is like, oh my God, y'all still have this blouse? And there I am responding, yes, we do. I can send you pictures tomorrow when we're open, like all the time. I hate
Yeah.
seeing notification
Yeah.
there, like it bothers me so much. So
No, me too.
I always open them.
Yeah. But it's crazy to me because I've gotten that too, where people are like, "Oh my god, you answered," and I'm like, "Why wouldn't
I'm
I?"
not anybody.
Like, yeah, I'm a person.
Yeah, when
like,
people are like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe it," and I'm like, "Girl, I'm not nobody." Or when people come to the shop and they're like, "I can't believe you're here," and I'm like, "I'm always here. I live here."
This is my
I'm
business.
like I still have to work, just like, or when people are like, "Oh my god, you're famous, TikTok famous," I'm like, if I was famous, I would not be scrubbing these showcases right now. I would not be scrubbing the toilets at my shop. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not nobody. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't care how big a content creator is. We're just people.
Literally
just people. Like,
Yeah.
don't glorify any of us, especially like us. Like, we're
Yeah.
not nobody.
No.
And like, to me, it's like there's other people that are more important than we are.
I mean, I feel like we're all the same.
Yeah, like,
You know what I
or
mean?
yeah, I
Like-
guess. But I mean, like, there's people that are like, like changing the world. We're fucking showing food and shopping and.
I'm still changing the world.
I mean,
Not with that, but with my career.
oh yeah,
But
yeah.
But no, I get it.
You like, I mean, like in
But
content creators.
Yeah, but I think you are making a difference in the way that, like you had said, like these little boys that are looking up to you,
Yeah.
you know, wearing dresses, like that's huge.
Yeah.
They're literally looking up to you.
Yeah.
And that's our future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
it's not just like, here's a plate of enchiladas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, here's a purse, like, which is still fine.
Yeah.
But you're doing more than that.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
know
yeah.
you're doing more than
But
that.
I guess that's just our, like, again, comes back to us being like, are we enough? Are we doing enough?
Right.
Right.
Like,
So it's like that's what it goes back to.
Yeah.
'Cause to me, that's how I am. That's why I'm like, well, I'm not nobody. Like, I'm not even doing anything.
Yeah.
You know.
what's crazy to me though is the people that are like, I don't know if
I
you've ever-
am doing
Yeah.
everything.
The-
I am changing the
but the-
world.
no, but the
one
people-
enchilada at a time.
I don't know if you've heard, if you've ever just like out of like the side of your like ear, your peripheral, whatever, heard somebody be like, "Do you know who I am?" Have you heard that like here in San
No,
Antonio?
because if I did, girl, I would say.
I have. I've heard it.
I have such a hard time with the filter sometimes that if I was to
You? No way.
Yes,
What?
no, yeah. If I was to hear that, it'd be like, who are you? Like, I would
Yeah.
literally be like, no, who are you? Like, girl.
No, I've heard it like in lines at like nightclubs or whatever, and I'm like,
Oh, that's why I don't go out to the clubs, girl.
but I'm like, literally, who are you? Like, there was this guy. I don't even know who this guy is. So I don't give a shit.
Shout out to. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't even remember his name. But we were at the bar and he came in with like this, like, it was like some jersey or something, or he had like a bunch of chains or something. And oh no, it was like some shirt, but it was like a cool shirt. And my friend was like, "Oh, like, what does your shirt say?" And he was like, "Oh, it's my brand." And she's like, "Okay, well, I still can't read it. Like, I
Yeah.
just, you walked by, you sat down. I just, we were trying to figure out what it says. Like, oh, cool, right?" And he was like, "You don't know who I am?"
Ew.
And we're like, "Nope." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on YouTube." And he was like, "I don't know, like figure it out." And I was like,
I would have been like, ew.
that's a no for me. Dad.
Yeah.
And I'm actually not gonna figure it out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend zero amount of energy
Yeah.
on this conversation and like you,
Yeah.
because no,
I can't imagine.
no,
Couldn't be me.
No.
Never. I
No.
would never.
No.
Can you imagine me at Disneyland? Do you know who I am? You don't know who I am? Do you live under a rock?
I know.
Like what? Like
I
no,
just-
you're not anybody, because if you were
Yeah.
somebody, you would have rented out this whole bar
Right.
to yourself, this whole club to yourself.
Right.
Exactly. If you were somebody.
I was like,
So at the end of the day,
yeah.
girl, I mean, anybody could get a VIP section. You just need some money.
it wasn't even a club. It was like a hole in the wall.
Oh my God, peor.
So I was
Oh my
all,
gosh.
oh, okay.
He was just like hogging the pool table,
No, literally, he was just sitting at the bar.
but you didn't know who he was.
Never seen him in my life.
Mm-mm. I would been like, are
Hopefully
you
I'll
still
never
paying
see
for
him
your
again.
drinks?
Yes.
Does the bartender not know who you are either?
Mm-mm. Like, no, although nobody in this place knows who you are.
Yeah, see, I have no filter. So I can't go anywhere. It's another reason I can't have kids, because if somebody says something out their mouth about my kids,
Oh,
girl, forget it.
no, I have zero. Like, I go 0 to 100
Yeah.
with my kids.
Like if I can't. That's why I can't. Because if I always say if I had kids, because I have a nephew on John Paul's, my husband's side, who has a family. He has his wife and he has 2 little boys and a little girl, which I love. They're my great nephews and my great niece, and so they play softball. And they always have it on Saturday, so I can't go. And the last couple times they're like, "Oh, this mom said something about Elijah, or said something about," and I was like,
Yeah, which mom?
And they're
Point her
like,
out.
oh, we were like, and they got all up, and I'm like, they're so lucky. You're so lucky I'm not there. This past Sunday, they finally had a game on Sunday, which were closed, so I got to go. I was like, I'm just let all the parents know that the Diaz finally coming, that will say something.
Yes.
So everyone better be on their best
Oh
behavior.
my god.
Because if not, like I can't.
I could just see you like with like the diamond sunglasses and like your chair. You just like pop it open.
Like this.
Yeah.
What did you say? What did you say? Which one is your child? Let me find out. That one? Oh, look at me getting aggressive.
Throws it.
But yeah, that's why and I would tell every time they tell me stories, I'm like, this is why I cannot have kids. I'm gay for a reason.
It's very intense.
The Lord gave me a choice to have children because He knew that if I had them, it would be over for a lot of people, including myself, because I would be getting fights left and right.
No, for sure.
I have no filter.
I may or may not have almost fought a couple of parents.
No, yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
I've definitely cussed out a couple of people.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to my kids, absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. That's what I'm saying. Just like on the same thing, I would never say, and I just don't understand why people have to say things like.
Right. Just don't.
We just don't. I would never say anything. You know the amount of kids that come into the shop that are like misbehaving. My natural thing is the parent is wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, why are they not doing something? Like the kid is a kid. Like they can't. You know, they're just being a kid. If you're standing there and letting them do stuff, that's a whole nother thing. You know, that's on the parent for me.
Yeah.
So that happens all the time in the store, like where it's like, or they give them things, right? Like they're like, oh look, and then the little kid's crying because they want it, and they're like, oh no, we're not gonna buy. It's like, why did you give it to them in the first place?
Right.
That was your fault.
Yeah.
That was on you.
Yeah.
Like the kid didn't even notice it, and they're like, oh no, we're not gonna get it. Leave it back. And the kid's like having a tantrum because they want it. Naturally, you handed it to them.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Like, let me give you a Balenciaga to hold. And then I'm going to be like, just kidding.
Just kidding. You can't have it.
You actually can't.
You actually can't.
You thought.
Yeah. Let's see if you don't throw a tantrum. I would.
Absolutely.
I would completely do. I completely would.
Yeah. Okay, so how do people find you?
Okay, so you can find me on TikTok and on Instagram under the _Huntysaurus. It's the same on both. And then you can also find Carolina's at Carolina's Antiques, all one word, on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Yes. And then anything you want to say to maybe your fans, your followers?
Of course, always thank you so much, guys, for always supporting me, supporting my family, supporting our business. And I'm just always grateful to be able to represent for the brown queer people, and I hope that I always do a good job at that for you guys, and to never let you guys down being that representation. So
that was very nice.
I can be sweet sometimes. Sometimes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for making time. Tell your mom and your brother I said hi.
I will, and I need to get back to fiesta mode.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
'Tis the season, girl.
Are you ready? Ready or not?
Been busy since spring break already with fiesta stuff, so it's not even April yet, and it's been insane.
And your medal that you picked up yesterday?
Oh yeah! Shout out to Mita Medals. Yes. So
it's not sold out yet.
Not yet, but we're like halfway through them already.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, so they're loving it. We did 5 so far. I think we have 2 more on the way, so 7.
Oh my God.
Total. And then we're thinking next year it will be 10-year anniversary for our Fiesta medals that we started making Fiesta medals. So we might do 10 next year.
Well, let me know
maybe
now.
I know, like maybe we're still talking about it, but
yeah.
I'm like, I think it would be fun.
Yeah, next year I might do 1.
Yeah, well, I know. I was like, I can't wait to see your medal. And you're like, oh, we didn't do 1 this year. Oh my God.
I know.
Not y'all.
We're gonna make a comeback, and it's gonna be hot.
I know. But also, thank you for fitting us in.
Of course.
Okay, VIP.
Yes.
VIP. Do you know who I am?
Y'all are VIP clients.
Do you know who I am? Oh, she knew who I was.
Yeah.
She knew who I was.
I know James Avery was like, hey, and we're like, no, sorry, we have
the Carolinas?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
period.
Sorry. Y'all have to wait.
Period.
Thanks.
I mean, honestly, Carolinas is fiesta. That's what I'm saying. Carolinas is fiesta. If you don't know, you should know.
Period.
Yeah.
How did they follow the shop?
Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok is Carolina's Antiques, all one word. You can find us on there.
Yes.
Yeah, and then 1709 Blanco Road. That's the address.
There you go. Only closed Sundays.
Thursdays and Sundays.
Thursdays and Sundays.
Yes, Thursdays and Sundays. Do not come Thursdays and Sundays. The amount of people that are like, I came and y'all were closed, and I'm like, the hours on the door. The hours are on in the bio.
Yeah.
Thursdays and Sundays. Thursdays and Sundays, girl.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing all the things that you continue to do.
Thank you.
Growing.
Same for you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So make sure that you like, share, follow, support local, everything always.
Watch the whole YouTube video.
Watch it.
The whole thing.
And subscribe.
And subscribe.
Yeah. Follow me at Notenia210 or Natasha Gonzalez. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. You'll find me. I'm on everything. Except Snapchat. Don't add me on that.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Bob Media for housing and producing into Latina Podcast Network. Again, for having me on your network. I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.